Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Well, today we're going to be diving deep into a topic that's a universal struggle for many, making difficult decisions and how to avoid overthinking them. There's a quote by Tony Robbins that's been floating around the internet for a while, and it says, "Change happens when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change." Let's think carefully about that for a moment. Change happens when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change. Now that's quite a powerful statement, and it's something that hit home for me when I left my full-time management role to venture into entrepreneurship. So stick around, because I'm going to share some game-changing tips with you, including a 6-pronged approach that I call the Hex Method. It'll help you make the most of those life-altering decisions with some clarity and confidence. So hi, if you're new to my channel, I'm Nick, and I explore methods to help our self-improvement and make our lives more balanced with greater productivity and happiness. Anyway, let's dive straight in. So first off, let's talk about the emotional toll that decision making can take. Whether you're thinking about asking for a promotion, ending a relationship, changing careers, it's not just a logical and straightforward process. Emotions can be deeply intertwined. Maybe you're worried about how your decision is going to affect others or what people will think about you. So how do you navigate this emotional maze? So one trick is to step outside yourself for a moment. View the decision from the perspective of someone you trust or admire. This can offer you a fresh, more objective viewpoint. It's kind of like borrowing someone else's lens to look at your own life. And remember, at the end of the day, you need to do what's best for you, not what you think will please others and avoid judgment. Now, when we're trying to make a difficult decision, we need to avoid overthinking. Overthinking is a bit like quicksand. The more you struggle with it, the deeper you actually start to sink. It can paralyze you, keeping you from making any decision whatsoever. And thinking about it, the act of not making a decision, well, that's actually a decision in itself. So if you don't make a decision, you're actually setting yourself up with another set of possible consequences. And that leads us on to the risks of sitting on the fence. So what if you don't make that decision? And yes, I've done it myself, avoiding making the decision altogether. Well, where does that leave you? It leaves you sitting on the fence where it might feel safe. It's often the riskiest place to be. You're not going to be moving forward and you're just not growing, and you're letting opportunities slip through your fingers. And then the longer you delay making a decision, well, the more you risk out on missing something that actually could be truly life-changing. Plus, the stress of indecision can take its toll on your mental health as well. So if you find yourself stuck in this loop of indecision, it's crucial to break free. Alright, so to help us break down how we can think about important decisions, we can use what I call the Hex Decision Method. Now, this is a 6-pronged approach to decision making. It allows you to dissect your options from multiple different angles. Now, if you've not heard of maybe some or all of these methods before, hopefully by using these and applying these to your big decision making, you'll be able to be objective and make the right decision for you. So first up is logic, and this is where you put on your detective hat. Gather all the facts, all the data and evidence that you can about the decision. Think about, what are the pros, what are the cons, what are the likely outcomes. Now this is a stage where you want to be as objective as possible. You want to strip away the emotions and look at the cold hard facts, and these can be both positive or negative, as long as you remain focused on the logical arguments. Now next we have gut feeling, and this is like, well, the complete opposite of logic. Here you can let your intuition take the wheel, let your emotional side take over. Think about what's your inner voice telling you. Sometimes your gut knows things that your mind hasn't actually realised yet. It's that unexplainable feeling that you should or shouldn't do something. Now, thirdly, let's get a bit judgmental, but in a good way. This is where you consider the risks and worst case scenarios. What could go wrong? Would you regret making the decision? It's essential to look at the potential downsides so you can prepare for them or decide if the risk is too great. So on the flip side, let's talk about optimism. Just think, imagine the best case scenario. What could go absolutely incredibly right? How could this decision positively impact your life? And what would the change mean to you that would make a positive difference? How would you feel if everything just went right? This perspective helps you see the potential rewards and can be a motivational push you need to make that decision. Now fifth is possibility. And this is your chance to think outside the box. What are your opportunities that maybe you've not even considered yet? What doors could this decision open for you in the future? Now this is where you need to let your imagination run a little bit wild and think about the long-term effects. It's like an expansion on optimism, but widening the scope as to what might happen in the future. And last but not least, we have the informed perspective. This is where we bring together all those previous viewpoints to bring you to a well-rounded, comprehensive understanding of your decision. It's kind of like assembling a puzzle. You need all the pieces together to see the full picture. So bring your thoughts from each viewpoint to help you lead to your conclusion and ultimate decision. Now, when I decided to leave my management role, I didn't just jump into it. I used this method. Logic told me that the entrepreneurship offers more freedom and potential for growth. My gut was practically screaming for a change to my life and what I was doing at the time. The judgmental side of me made me consider the financial risks. Where could it go wrong? How it might be harder for a while financially and less financially secure overall. And then optimism showed me the endless possibilities of multiple directions my life could go if I made this decision, and how I would enjoy these new challenges, freedom and flexibility that it might bring. Possibility made me think about the new skills I could acquire, the new people I could meet, and the people I could help and support. And finally, the informed perspective told me it was time for change. So I made the decision, I quit my role, and now here I am exploring new opportunities and enjoying creating my videos, enjoying this new freedom and work-life balance that it's brought. So there you have it. Just remember these 6 steps next time you have a difficult decision to make. Think about logic, take away all the emotions and just focus on pure facts. Your gut feeling, what's your heart saying inside? Be judgmental, be tough on yourself. What might go wrong? Optimism, think of the positives. What's the absolute best outcome that could happen? Think of the possibilities too. What else might happen because of the decision? And ultimately, be informed. Take all these different perspectives to help you come to a balanced decision. So this method could be a roadmap to making difficult decisions without becoming paralysed with overthinking. And always just remember that saying, change happens when the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of change. So if you found this video helpful, please do hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. I'd love to hear your decision-making experiences in the comments below. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video.